It's really been a reflection about how far we've come and how far we still have to go. Because up to date, a lot of work has been done, but our best is not good enough. And as we think of Beijing, let us also acknowledge with deep thanks and solidarity the health workers in China and everywhere in the world who are selflessly attending to the health crisis. In many cases, also risking their own lives. I want to give a shout out to those who are not here today and thank them so much for the support they have always given this occasion. We have been reminded not just of the work that we still need to do, but of the strategies that we have to adopt in order to succeed. We have highlighted the importance of cooperation, of working in an intergenerational manner, multi-stakeholder manner, and this is what we intend to do with Generation Equality and the action coalitions that will bring different stakeholders to work together. I want to also thank the team in UN Women that put together this event. This year was different because we did have to deal with many challenges, but thank you so much for making it as interesting as it was. In future, as women, and as this report that we've just released says, we don't want to squeeze into 25%, because what has come out of this report is that women occupy 25% of the space in power and in places of influence. 75% of the parliamentary seats are held by men. 73% of managerial positions are held by men. 70% of climate negotiators are men. So there's this 25% that we're being squeezed into. Today, we are breaking out. We want to march to the 50%, because 50% is what really matters. And we want to work together to achieve that 50%. We also, in this report, learn many lessons that show us that change is possible. If you were not pushing against the pushback, things would be much worse. So we cannot and should not be discouraged. It has to be forward ever and backward never. And these young people that we've seen today have shown us that they are ready for the task, and so are we. And together, we can make the positive change. On Monday, as we meet for the Commission on the Status of Women, which has been scaled down, we will be thinking about the many women that could have been here, the many activists that could have been here, the many delegates from governments that could have been here. And we want them to know wherever they are that when there is an opportunity for us together, we will do our best to make that happen. But right now, that is not in our hands. And we regret that we have not been able to celebrate the 25 years of the Beijing Platform for Action in the manner that we had envisaged. I also want to compliment the member states and many other stakeholders who have embraced generation equality. We're looking forward to the Forum of Generation Equality in Mexico and in France, where we will complement the many actions that the member states are also taking to advance the agenda. So together, we will build the society that we want, and together we will make the changes that we need to make. It is not yet time to rest. We have a lot of work to do. But for the rest of the day, happy Women's Day. Give yourself some time to enjoy what you have achieved. Thank you.
Well, at the same event, multi-Grammy Award winner Angelique Kidjo performed and spoke at the official UN commemoration of International Women's Day in New York this past Friday. In her call to action, she reflected on her personal experiences growing up in Benin, a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador since 2002. Let's look back now at her speech in the General Assembly of the United Nations.
Well, well, well. So, I have a couple of things to say. Today is a Women's Day. It's good that we have a Women's Day, but every day should be a Women's Day. Me, I am for transmission general gender equality, because gender equality has been taught to me by my mom, my dad, my grandmothers. My father always used to say, intelligence has no gender. I never felt that my gender has anything to do when I was growing up in Benin. So if my father, an African man, empowered my mother to be a free person and empower his 3 girls to dream big and to go out there and to transform the world, to link the brain and the heart, to do anything they want to do, so we all can do. My father always used to say, machism of man is just a fear of the strength of woman. And it's true. I don't know what it is in power. You don't have power when you start using it, you lose it. If your power is denying other human being, your partner of life, the right to live, why are you having children with that person? If you don't respect that person, what does it make you? Are you still a human being? And I don't think there's any men that have power without women having power. That's the thing that we have to understand. We have to teach our boys, and young girls from the early age to respect one another. To tell your young boy, your power is in the way you treat women, not the other way around. So we've been sitting here year after year talking about women empowerment, gender equality, and we produce 75% of the world wealth. Why aren't we going on strike for 1 month and see how the men do it all around the globe? Because I think we talk and it doesn't make any difference. Action is what they understand the best. Uh-oh, this is more moving. I don't know, this is you in here. Okay. I think some action has to be taken, like the young generation in front of that are fighting for climate change. We need to mobilize all generations. We need to come together and come up with a plan that will force government and men in every position to understand that without us, what they have, they will lose it. As long as we stay on the level of talking, just talking, we won't get nowhere, because somebody that have the power won't give it away very easily. So if we women want gender equality, we have to stop talking and start acting on a daily basis in everything we do. A man come home, there's no food, let him go cook. There are so many things we can do. We have so much power, yet the man has the capacity of making us believe that we are under their thumb That if they ask us to jump, we're going to say how high. Why should we? Didn't we bring the men to this world? Or have you seen a man getting pregnant and giving birth to any child? As my husband said when I give birth, he said, if it's up to us men, there's no more humanity. You can't deal with it. So, for me, I have a father that taught me that respect has no sex. My father never told me, because you're a girl, you can't do this. He would ask me, can you? You want to give it a try? Go for it. No man on this planet is going to tell me that it's not possible to empower their daughters, to respect their women, and that the suit they put on to go make money, that suit probably is made by women. So, Women's Day have to be also day of action. What are we going to do to get the men attention to realize that we are not puppets? How do we teach the next generation coming not to go through the same fate we are going through, that the ones that have come before us are going through? How do we stop our young girl being married and being mother at the age of 13, 12, and 14? That is a shame for all of us. If we do not, everywhere in the world, empower women, we cannot call ourselves human beings. And that is the core of what I do. As a young girl born in Benin, in a family of 10, I've been fed with my empowerment by my father, my mother, my grandmother. My mother's mother always used to tell me, your first husband is your job. Women have to have access to finance. Finance justice is at the core of gender equality. Because if we talk and there's no action, how do we have a proof for the next generation coming to take a lead in her own life? Yet, the banking system is rigged with men. Where are the women making loan, interesting loan to women, not microloan that have so much? The price of microloan is killing the poorest of the poorest in Africa. So let's talk practically, let's move, let's have a coalition of decision. Let's stop talking at one point and put the men in the position where they feel, they wake up in the morning, they go, oh, my life today is going to change because the woman that is taking care of me, that everything is going fine in my life, is not here. Let's do this. Stop talking, action.